Hey guys, Yazzie Austin here. I'm so grateful you decided to join me. You have tuned in to Yaz Means Well. What does that mean? Well, I believe everything good about you is for somebody else. I am purpose driven and I want to give all God gave to me to you. And I think you should be doing the same. So stick with me. Let's grow and glow, rejuvenate, and dance in our rain, baby. Congratulations. You are here. So, with that said, let's get right into it. Episode 1 of Yaz Means Well. What are we going to be talking about today? Discernment and self awareness. I think we should start there. Now, what is discernment? Discernment is our ability to judge. It, I believe, is associated with the body and the spirit, our more intellectual side. So it's a feeling, it's our intuition. And oftentimes it is suppressed because it may differ from the will. The mind could want the flag to be future. Well, the flag is red. Okay, so you're going to have to call a spade there. Many times we go against the feeling that we get when entity or spirit or person presents themselves. And you want it to be anything other than what it is. But the truth is, your suppression might be a form of depression. You diminishing how you feel might be a sign you don't trust yourself to the extent that you should. So I think that you should be more mindful of your discernment, what your body and spirit is telling you, and assure that it coincides with your will, because it might be time to reevaluate some things. Okay? Your body is telling you something, you should listen to it. I worked for a doctor years ago who told me a few things that stuck with me and obviously resonated in other areas. One was that God designed the body to heal itself. The second was that pain is your body's signal that something's going on. Now, that's a beautiful thing, because I realized that if pain is your body's signal that something's going on, then that means there must be a message behind it. It might be trying to tell you something. But the longer you diminish that pain, suppress that pain, the more it becomes accustomed, because the body will compensate. It'll think it's doing the right thing and it'll adjust. Or maybe the pain is so detrimental to your spirit, your body, you just can't take it. You want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. So where's the Tylenol? Extra strength, ASAP, can't take it. The problem with both is that you either didn't get the message because you tried to extract the pain too quickly, or you grew accustomed to it and made it a part of who you were, and now you can't separate the two. So be honest about what you feel, what's going on, and know that just because pain manifests in one area, the root can be in another. So self-awareness is key. Let's get into self-awareness then. Self-awareness for me is about honesty, and honestly, objectively speaking, thinking, and acting in a way that is representative of your purpose, um, and not your circumstances. Many times people are not honest with themselves because of how the truth may make them feel. I have grown to love humility, so much so that I almost can't wait to be checked. I don't care about being wrong so much that I like being checked. That probably anybody can check me. I think that you can learn from everybody. And I think that's a beautiful place to live and exist from, because I connect with people. Being humble, being aware of self means owning your excellence and owning the things that aren't so great about you, but also objectively seeing yourself. Sometimes somebody could lie to you and you may call them a liar, and they may deny this because feeling like a liar hurts so badly that I just want to get rid of it. Okay? I'm not even going to own that. When in fact, identifying that you committed the act of lying allowed you to then identify what you did and separate yourself from it. Now you can remove that. But owning it, not being able to identify it, you can't keep it real with you. You don't have the capacity to keep it real with me. You don't know where your pain is at. You just lied about lying. So it's really important to understand that the most connective thing about us is our capacity to understand each other's pain, our love, the things that are intangible, the things that we all experience, and regardless of who we are, what you look like, the religion, all of that doesn't matter. You felt pain. You've done wrong. So it's connective when you are vulnerable enough to be honest and humble and real about yourself. And it increases your trustability. And I've experienced that. I've experienced people giving me grace in my honesty when they feel that it was kind of hard for me to keep it real, and I did it anyway. It's an opportunity. And sometimes people want to see who you are. They want to see what you're going to do with this opportunity. Or you want to tell me the truth? Because I'll tell you what, most women have an intuition that is impeccable. We probably already know. And not that you're being tested, but it is an opportunity, right? To see who you are oftentimes and to see who others are. So if you implement that objective thinking and are honest with yourself first, you essentially can train people how to treat you and empower them to treating themselves better, being honest and being okay with that, giving themselves the same grace that they desire to extend to others. I think you deserve that. We deserve that. So part of that grace is awareness, understanding where you are at all times. If I don't feel well, I'm going to have to acknowledge that. You got to ride the wave, baby. Nobody is always anything, and nobody is never anything, just the same. So we all are going to go through the ebbs and flows of life. You just have to be honest and accountable. There's a freedom there. There's a trustability there. And if you find your people, there will always be grace there. It'll always be okay. Nothing is above forgiveness. So don't worry about being at 20%. Worry about being dishonest about being at 20%. Worry about dismissing yourself, that your suppression is a form of depression. Okay? Because we need you to acknowledge your excellence, but also embrace it. If you don't own your excellence, you're out here giving mediocrity to others. And I'm sure if you're anything like me, you got a problem with that. My standard of excellence isn't so much about me as it is about you. It's what I think you deserve. And I've met so many people that feel the same way. We just have trouble giving ourselves the same grace we ask of others. So please know that nothing you have done or said is above forgiveness. In my humble opinion, God has forgiven you for things you won't even mention to others. So who are you not to forgive anybody else? We're all in the same boat, different paddle. But you aren't exempt from that. So much like you have to understand and own and embrace your excellence, after you are aware of it, you can then compound on that. But also being aware of your flaws, the things that aren't so good about you. You gotta keep it real, okay? You may not be a liar, but did you lie? Okay? You're able to extract those things, extinguish, diminish, and eventually it doesn't have to be a part of who you are anymore. It's just something you did. It's those who have a lack of self-awareness, that pride gets in the way. Because when you're aware, you don't have no pride. You don't have no problem being checked. You don't have any problem being wrong. A child can teach me some things. And it's a beautiful experience because it's connecting and it's humbling and it reminds you of the beautiful, beautiful essence of humans. And I'm grateful for that experience. I'm grateful to live in that way. So, what is our recap for our very first episode here? Well, I want you to implement your discernment. I want you to trust yourself. Do not go against how you feel, what you believe. If you're righteous, if you are honest and you're thinking and speaking and acting objectively, you're humble about yourself. You are forgiving of others, knowing that nothing is above forgiveness. You are necessary, that you give yourself grace. You ride the wave. You're honest about how you feel. Feelings are fleeting. Can you keep your feelings out the facts? Can you keep it real with you? Huh? I love you for it. So please know that whether you love it or hate it, I hope that you respect that it's real. I have nothing but love for you. And I hope that I'm able to see you again. I can pour into you. Whether it gets a little dark, gets a little deep, you're always safe here. Yes means well. I will talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me. God bless.